The story of George Floyd has energized a nation of young people, and nowhere more than here in Minneapolis. What we saw today was a community coming together and crying out for change. It's still happening right now behind me, as you can see. But as two historians from the University of Minnesota told us, the road won't be easy.
Kendrick Benson turned 28 today, and all he wants for his birthday, he says, is justice.
When you saw the video of what happened to George Floyd, how did that affect you?
At this point, you almost get numb to it. It's a deep numbness because you feel hopeless. Like you can't do nothing to stop it, and it could be you. Come on, you helping out?
Benson grew up here in Minneapolis.
What's his name? George Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd!
Despite a curfew, the ministry leader rallied protesters at the site of Floyd's death, his first protest ever.
We're grieving. We're hurt. We have the right to hurt.
Now, I think when we got the world's attention, it's time to make a demand that's serious, a demand that literally they have to meet, that will change the world.
This is a new civil rights movement.
Keith Mays is a professor at the University of Minnesota. John Wright is retired from the school, and both specialize in African American studies.
Why do you describe this as a powder keg waiting to explode?
Because the injustices are systemic, they are long-standing, they go back many decades. This is a powder keg because this is the last time that I think the community is going to sit idly by without systematic change.
Minnesota has one of the largest racial gaps in the country. The poverty among African Americans here is nearly 4 times that of whites. In Minneapolis, black people are 7 times more likely to have a violent police encounter than whites.
One hopes for systemic change. One cannot underestimate the barriers to achieving it.
But Kendrick Benson is optimistic.
What do you hope comes from this?
To be honest, this is what's coming from it. This is different than anything you ever seen happen here before. This is what's coming. The change is here.
And what we saw here today was people kneeling together, raising a fist together, and saying George Floyd's name together in the hope of change.